Lead Boxing Truth. So you have Errol Spence on $1 million worth of game. And let me just say, I watched the interview and it was great. You had Errol Spence pretty much throughout the interview opening up, talking about how, he's got 68 acres and he's planning on buying another 100 acres. Then you have Gilly the Kid talking about how when people called Earl, when they called that he was done after the car accident, he came back, defeated Danny Garcia. Then after the eye, that torn retina in his eye, they felt like he was done, and he came back and beat Ugas, the guy who beat Manny Pacquiao. And it just shows it just goes to show you that Errol Spence is a different breed. And while Errol Spence was in his hospital bed, they said, that Al Haymon came and visited him. Now Errol Spence, Gilly the Kid then was like, you sure it was Al Haymon? You sure it wasn't a ghost? Which is pretty funny because, people tend to make that joke with Al Haymon not being a real person. So when you had Gilly the Kid and Wallow cracking jokes and stuff, and Errol Spence is pretty much saying, yeah, Al Haymon came to visit me, and they said I had a conversation with him, and they said that I said that I wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. So that was what was on his mind during that time. And he goes on to talk about, learning from your mistakes, being able to manage your income and make sure you're doing the right investments and stuff like that. And it just seemed like when he was talking, there was a lot of maturity in the way he was talking. And sometimes you don't always get that from a boxer. But with Errol Spence, I believe, his dad being there, raising him along with his mom, he having a solid foundation. Sometimes you raise a kid a certain way, and they tend to go their own way. Even though they might have the strictest parents, and I'm saying this on a Father's Day because, I have kids, but so far my oldest just graduated and from college. Last year she graduated from high school, and now she just graduated from college with an associate's degree. Her goal is to become an RN and, maybe go higher. But that's, just her foundation. She enjoys arts and, sewing and all these kind of things. But other than that, she's a good kid. So with that being said, I can see Errol Spence, he doesn't do, of course you don't do everything your parents say, but it seems like he's learning. It seems like he does have a solid foundation. And they went on to talk about the Terrence Crawford fight. And I just like the way that people are coming along. They're going on shows, and people are actually gravitating towards this fight. If this fight doesn't do 1 million views, I'd be shocked. But this fight right here, what it's going to do is going to allow for more boxers to come together and say, you know what, we need to make this fight happen. People keep asking. The money's out there. Let's go ahead and grab the money. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and give the fans what they want, and let's go grab this money. Why not? I respect you, you respect me, but while we're in promotion mode or why this is going on, we're gonna be at each other. And with that being said, I hope Errol Spence continues to get on these shows, and Terrence Bud Crawford is able to get on these shows, and we get this mega fight. July 29th. Lee's Boxing Truth. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Help this channel grow.